Hey neighbors, if you live around Surry County or right in the shadow of Pilot Mountain, you're probably still dragging brush to the curb from the last round of severe weather. We all know how fast the sky can turn. One minute it's clear, and the next, dark clouds are rolling in over the Piedmont, bringing winds that can tear the siding right off a house. But cleaning up the physical mess in your yard is only half the headache. There's a hidden storm trailing right behind the weather, and it's heading straight for your wallet. Your homeowner's insurance bill is about to take another major jump. Surviving the wind and hail is just the start. The real challenge for families in our area right now is figuring out how to absorb the collective cost of all this local damage without losing our financial footing. Take a look at this breakdown. We saw a 7.5% increase in 2025. Now the state is stacking another 7.5% jump for 2026. That 15% total increase isn't a one-time fee. It sets a permanently higher baseline every single year. The insurance companies are reacting to two things: a record number of storm claims pouring in from our neighbors, combined with the fact that lumber and labor prices are sitting at all-time highs. Rebuilding simply costs more than it used to, and the clock is ticking. The North Carolina Department of Insurance has scheduled a major hearing for May 4th, 2026. If you wait for the state bureaucrats to make their final ruling in May, you're guaranteeing higher out-of-pocket costs. To keep your monthly budget under control, you have to get ahead of the paperwork right now. The good news is you don't have to just sit back and take the hit. There is a specific checklist you can run through this weekend to protect your property and your rates. Start in the yard. Bring in the patio chairs, the potted plants, and anything loose. At 60 miles an hour, a plastic table becomes a heavy projectile heading for your living room window. Next, look up. Get those dead or overhanging tree limbs trimmed back away from your house. One heavy branch coming down can cause thousands of dollars in structural damage. Then, safely check your roof. Notice these missing and cracked shingles? You want to find exposed spots exactly like this and patch them before the next heavy rain, not after the water is already leaking into your attic. While you're up there, clear out the gutters. Clogged downspouts force rainwater to pool around your foundation, which is a fast track to localized flooding in your basement. Finally, consider upgrading to physical storm barriers, like hurricane straps in the attic or heavy-duty window shutters, to reinforce your home's structural envelope. Every physical reinforcement reduces the risk of filing a claim. Since local claim volume drives regional premium hikes, keeping your roof intact is a direct investment in your policy stability. Once the physical house is secure, you need to secure the paperwork. Grab your phone and walk through every room, recording a video of your belongings. If you lose everything, you need an undeniable, pre-recorded inventory to prove to the adjuster exactly what you owned. Next, look at your policy's deductible. A deductible is the amount of money you agree to pay out of pocket before insurance kicks in. If you have some savings, raising that deductible takes a little more risk on yourself, but it drops your fixed monthly premium immediately. You also need to read the fine print about water. Standard home insurance policies strictly exclude flood damage. As you can see from this flooded neighborhood, rising water happens far inland, well beyond the coastal hurricane zones, and it requires a completely separate policy. But the fastest, most effective way to carve down your bill before the spring is to bundle your home and auto insurance with the same carrier. By combining a deeply reviewed policy with a toughened-up house, you create a solid financial shield to block out that incoming 15% rate hike. On this comparison table, a fully optimized plan shows a 10 to 25% reduction in total cost. By combining a higher deductible with a multi-policy bundle, Surry County families offset that the 15% hike, ending up with a lower bill. And they're doing it by sitting down with local experts based right in Pilot Mountain, folks who actually understand Piedmont weather patterns, instead of trying to explain our local risks to a random call center across the country. Pull out your current coverage documents tonight and look for the blind spots. You need to know exactly where you stand before that May 4th hearing makes the new rates official. We can't control the volatile insurance market, and we certainly can't stop the storms from rolling in over the mountains. But individual homeowners can still significantly lower their own financial exposure through early, localized action.